for the movie.
Well, what I was going to add actually to that was, interestingly, the actors that are, you know, like Richard Gere, Nick Cage, Wesley, you know, the various actors you could put on that list, funny enough, were all at quite a low point in their career when they were with me. So Richard Gere, for example, was literally unemployable in Hollywood, and Paramount Pictures begged me not to use him for internal affairs. They wanted Kurt Russell, and I, you know, I was on sticky wicket because it was my first American film, but I kind of held my ground, and of course, and then I love it when you read the article in Vanity Fair where the head of the Paramount sort of says, you know, we always wanted Richard Gere in this film. You kind of go, you're just a fucking liar. You know, you actually told me not to put him in the film. And then the same with Nick, again at Paramount. There was literally a studio letter that circulated from Sherry Lansing, the head of the studio, saying, on no account will Nicolas Cage be given a lead in any Paramount movie. And what's the first thing he does after leaving Las Vegas? You know, a Paramount movie as the lead, you know, and his salary suddenly goes up. Within 2 or 3 movies, went up to 20 million a film. You know, so that the wind changes direction all the time, and after a while, you kind of just become philosophical about it. But my point being that I don't think I've ever worked with an actor who was at the top of their earning power. I've always taken great joy in finding them when they were slightly on the skids, and because you know that if actors want to act, and that if you give an actor that's kind of been through a bit of a hard time a really good role, they'll give you like 200%.
So how's that for you then, Mike? I mean, do you like the fact that you're working with these people who, on one level, are huge names, but at another, are possibly sort of malleable, someone you can sort of work with in the way you want to? How does that work for you?
I think it works really, really well, because the thing that you want more than anything else when you make a film from everybody is their enthusiasm and their energy, you know. And actors, once they become famous, something awful happens. I mean, the trailer thing happens. It's not their fault. It's their agents and everybody else. And actually, they're almost encouraged to behave badly because it enhances their charisma in a way. So if they start kind of being rude to people on the set and, you know, walking off the set, things like that, everyone bitches about it, but they're quite pleased because it's like, oh, you know, they're such characters, you know. So there's this kind of, not deliberate, but what happens is they create monsters out of the actors, and once their earnings go to a certain level, you try and get an actor that's earning a lot to come down and do a low budget picture, even though they love the script and they like you. At a certain point, after a week of slumming it and not having the sort of, you know, the 3-banger trailer and all the rest of it, they'll start to get really pissed off, and understandably, because they're used to a better life.
Yeah.
And they're used to much more attention and cosseting, you know, which they've been given. Not even they didn't ask for it, it comes with the job.
Yeah. Well, let's